back to my channel. So I'm super excited for today's video. So you guys know on Fridays I am going to share a little bit of what's inside my mind, what's on my heart, inspirational, motivational, just some genuine conversation with you. So it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I love that there is just some recognition or just some attention towards mental health issues. So I want to start off by saying that there is a difference between mental health, mental illness, and mental disorder. With that being said, I'm only going to touch up on the mental health. I'm only going to talk about two different topics. And if you or someone that you know has, mental illness or even a mental disorder, I think that you should definitely go see a doctor. Even if you experience mental health problems as well, definitely go see a doctor. Allow people to be comfortable with talking to you about what's on their mind and don't shut it out, and definitely don't take any conversation that you have with someone mental, health related. Don't just kind of brush it to the side. I think that they're very, very serious and very important conversations that need to be had around that. And as someone who suffers or struggles with mental health issues, I know exactly how it feels to be shut down, to be shut out, for someone to just say you're crazy or you're thinking too much. No, there really just are some serious feelings, thoughts, and emotions that one can experience when they are dealing with mental health problems. So I'm not going to touch on mental disorder and also mental illness simply because that's not my area of expertise, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not even licensed, or I am no expert on those two topics. So I'm not going to touch on them. But in regards to mental health, there are two topics that often come up, and those are anxiety and depression. So those two are common. There are different levels of anxiety, there are different levels of depression. So, if you think that you have it, go see a doctor, go talk to someone, whatever the case may be, but definitely, try and get that treated. So for me, I suffer from anxiety and depression very often. And it's something that I have learned to live with and to also live through. And they're both very different things. A lot of times anxiety can put you in a depression mode. And a lot of times when you are depressed, you can sense some anxiety. But again, they're two separate things. One person can, just be the jolliest person and experience the most anxiety. I know I do. And what anxiety is to me is just that constant butterfly feeling in your stomach of I can't breathe, I can't think, I can't move, I can't talk, just being stuck and being afraid to even say something or do something. It can cause someone to just kind of put themselves into a shell. It can cause someone to have an outburst of just saying just crazy things. With that being said, there is also depression. And so there are many different levels of depression, and I just suffer from mild depression. So there are moments when I unintentionally shut the whole world out. I don't talk to people, I don't message people, I can't. I don't want to. I don't feel any motivation to speak out to anybody. And it can be a very lonely path because you simply don't know how to get out of it. Depression can also, leave you emotional. You can be angry, you can be sad, you can be, happy, you can be just a constant wave of those things. Just because someone is walking around and they're smiling and they're skipping and they're hugging and they're saying hi to everyone does not mean that they don't suffer from depression. I'm guilty of that, or, not really guilty, but those are some things that I go through. When I'm out in the world, I'm a people pleaser, so I feel the need to always just want to engage and always just to make sure that everyone in the world knows that they exist and knows that their existence is acknowledged, because I sometimes feel I know what it's like to be on the other side. Even though my happiness is genuine, it is real, it is true, it is from a very, passionate place of my heart, it doesn't take away the fact that behind closed doors, I'm going through things. That is why I never dismiss anybody as being just the happiest go lucky person. It is why I can also sense when someone is, at a lower vibration, at a lower energy level. For any of you guys who can relate to that, I want to say you are not alone. And it is something that probably won't go away. I don't know if there's a cure for these things. I want to give you just like some tips that I do to help go through it, and just to how I live with anxiety and depression. So I have recently been just like on a journey of trying to better understand myself, trying to figure out like why I function the way that I do. And in the moments when I acknowledge that I am feeling anxious, I just talk to myself, or I talk to like that part of me that's like being bothered, or I literally have a conversation with anxiety, and I call it herself. So in the moments when I'm feeling anxious, if I can't verbally say it out loud, I'll just kind of have that self conversation, and I will say, anxiety, and I will say to her, girl, you are not going to bother me today. You are not going to get the best of me, and I am going to overcome you. So in the moments when I feel anxious, I try and address like, what is making me feel like this? What is the barrier? What is the trigger? And a lot of times it is like my own thought of like a limited belief, or just like self-doubt. A lot of times, I am the reason that I feel anxious. No one ever, put it upon me. And it's, again, something that we just have to work through. When it comes to depression, that one is a tricky one, because depression can literally like take over your whole entire being. It can take over your life. It can take over your actions. It can take over your wants and your dreams and your goals, and just bring you completely down. If you are experiencing depression, things that I do that help me just go through it, I go outside. A lot of times when you just feel like you're trapped, you need to get out. And there is nothing better than just feeling just real air on your skin. Like, it reminds you that you're alive. It reminds me that I'm alive. I really love to go out in the rain, because when I just feel the raindrops on my face, I feel them on my hands, I feel it on my back, I feel it on my feet. It just helps remind me that I am fully alive. It helps remind me that my body still works, my senses are still there. It helps me. I go outside, I stand in the rain. I also practice meditating. There's a really good app called Headspace. It's free up until you use so many videos, and then it's a subscription after that if you would like, but you still have access to the free videos. Headspace is something that has helped me to... Now there's an airplane. Headspace is an app that has helped me practice meditating at different time lengths. It also kind of is a guided meditation. So there's a man with a really nice accent talking to you, helping you practice and help you find that peace within. I never meditated up until I was 23, 24, around there, so 2 years ago. I always thought it was like some type of prayer, some type of odd, strange way to pray, and I was like, it's not me. Sorry, I don't meditate, no. But once I actually was educated on it, I now know that meditating is just simply a time for you to sit in a quiet space for however long you want. You can do it for a minute, 3, 5, 10, 40, an hour. It's up to you. And it is just you giving yourself that time to be still, to breathe, to acknowledge a deeper part of your being. It's separate from your mind. There's a deeper part of you, and that needs a break. So meditating has been a really good way for me to center myself, for me to just kind of bring all of my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions just back to a level 1, and, you know, function in the day with a very calm heart. Another thing that I do, or that I've had to do in order to help me cope with anxiety and depression, is look who I'm hanging around. Your circle is so vital to who you are, and a lot of times who you surround yourself with says a lot about you as a person. If you find yourself in a group of people who are always complaining, talking negative about someone, talking negative about themselves, the way that they look, the way that they feel, the way that they dress, whatever it is, being around people like that can truly shift your energy. When they're pouring all of that negativity out, a lot of times it's gonna fall onto the closest person to it. That could be you. So if you are not surrounded by positive, uplifting, and motivating people, I would love for you to comment down below, because I would love to just talk to you. I would love to, you know, help you find a circle. I would love to invite you into my circle, whatever it may be. You know, there's a lot of toxic households, and sometimes we don't know how to escape. And a lot of times we can't escape. And so how, you know, there's ways to live through it and just overcome it while just writing it out. All right, friends, so this video is fairly short, and I just wanted to come on here and kind of just chat about some things that are really important to me. Mental Health Awareness Month goes on all month long in the month of May. That's a lot of times I said month, whoops. But if you, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're sensing something, definitely reach out to an expert, a doctor, whatever it may be, whoever it may be. Give people the respect that they deserve when they're speaking what's on their heart. There are so many times, like, we go to say what's really bothering us to someone, and they make us feel bad about feeling that way. They make us feel wrong for feeling that way. And that's not how it should be. That's why people don't want to speak up. That's why people want to hide behind phones, because they can't really get their word out in real life. So love and respect all of those around you, no matter who they are, what they've done, and in turn, life will kind of ease its way into a better, happier place. So if you have any questions, or you just want to chat, if you need someone to just listen to what you have to say, please comment below or send me an email. It is in the description box below. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I don't care where it is, reach out, because I am definitely here to listen, and I want to help you in any way that I possibly can. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to my mother, the best woman I know. I surprised her with some flowers today, and she loved them. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Bye.